to expansion. I see, you know what, I should get into that letter. Pscholka. First paragraph.
5 more minutes on that.
5 more minutes on that, okay. As a state lawmaker, it is my responsibility to stand up for Michigan taxpayers and families. We agree on that 100%. Have any of you heard of John Calvin's doctrine of the lesser magistrate? Gets back a little bit to natural law and levels of government. Things don't really change much with 400 years. Tyrants are usually further away than local government. It is the local government's responsibility, according to John Calvin's doctrine of the lesser magistrate, to protect the liberty of the citizens from the tyranny of whoever's up there. I agree with this, 100%. He's right on track. Next, he says, a couple sentences down, I disagreed with the Supreme Court ruling on Obamacare, but as someone who is a strong supporter of the Constitution, I have to respect the court's decision. And actually, that is so mixed, I hardly know where to start. It implies that according to the Constitution, the Supreme Court is the final decider of what is constitutional. That is not in the Constitution. That's number one. Number two, if it's unjust, it is still his responsibility to stand against it. He's the lesser magistrate. He is one of the last checks before the pill reaches the patient. That's my job as a nurse, to make sure it's the right one. Respecting the court's decision. He makes it sound as well like it was the court's decision that you have to expand Medicaid. It was not. That was the original law's decision. The court reversed it. The court said, no, you cannot mandate the states. The states are independent agencies. They are there as partners in Medicaid. And you cannot mandate them to expand. You can extend carrots, but you cannot threaten to withdraw funding. You cannot force them. So he's ignoring all that, and it bugs the tar out of me. I'm done with that sentence. That means we need to limit and change the federal health care law. Who does he think he's fooling? The only way to limit the federal law is to refuse to implement it. You can't bargain with these people. For the last couple of years since Obamacare was passed, there have been no new waivers. If the state wants to do something different from what the federal government is saying on Medicaid, they have to get a waiver. They're refusing to pass them out. They want it run the way they want it run. One more thing from Pscholka. And this is sort of the capper. We need real reforms to get people off from governmental assistance. This law, the Medicaid law, was passed in 1965. Where has Michigan been with these needed real reforms? They bring them up now, thinking they can blind us by adding what looks like real reform to Medicaid expansion, and thinking they can get their voters from both sides of the fence with a move like that. I'm sorry, it won't work. All right.